Stormwater management is a fundamental urban asset which should have a design service life of at least 100 years. During this time, maintenance is critical for compliance and must be carried out in a safe and simple manner. Enviro systems follow the universal design hierarchy of safety, maintenance, and compliance, protecting your duty of care by minimising operational risks now and in the future at the lowest cost. Safe and simple, low-cost maintenance is critical to compliance. Enviro systems are designed to be easily serviced at 12-month intervals. Pollutants are held in separate chambers which are then removed by vac truck, typically taking only 2 to 3 hours once per year. Enviro systems further eliminate the need for confined space entry for service and inspection and the need for consumables such as filter socks, media fill cartridges, floating ball valves, and sponge filters. Enviro eliminates the need for manual handling of heavy grates, raising pit baskets, and removes the hazard of open pits. Duty of care binds us to a social and legal obligation to provide a safe workplace and environment. Enviro's unique system has eliminated the need for pit inserts, offline diversion, confined space entry, media replacement, mechanical valves, driving head of up to nearly 1 metre, and biofiltration. Enviro chambers are structurally certified by independent consultants. Certification is in accordance with AS 3600 and AS 5100, providing a 100-year design service life. All Enviro systems are self-ballasting and do not require buoyancy restraints. Enviro refuses to use fiberglass in the production of its systems as there are no certifying standards for underground single skin tank applications. How Enviro systems work. One-way treated flow enters. Sediment removal first, held in a quiet zone to prevent churning and remobilization. Larger buoyant materials are pushed into the second chamber. Accredited oil-water coalescent function is added to H series and above. The chamber is manufactured from green concrete, is self-ballasting and fully structural. Remove the covers, inspect and vacuum the contents through the access turrets and then refill with clean water once per year. Enviro is accredited in accordance with EN 858-1 as a Class 1 oil-water separator. Enviro's OE and M series are designed for larger catchments that include fuel dispensing or need bulk oil spill protection. The all-in-one treatment train includes a secondary 2-metre deep water trap. The unique oil-water separation function is installed inside a larger chamber to effectively eliminate any oil discharge. Sediments, trash, litter and oils are separated in the stainless steel insert. Clean water flows onto the water trap where any residue, normally at 5 parts per million, may appear as a surface scum. The 2-metre deep water trap performs as nature intended. Oil floats on water. Clean water is discharged via a duct. Enviro systems effectively and efficiently prevent bulk oil spills. On-site detention, or OSD, is a flood mitigation measure. OSD is not a stormwater treatment measure. Stormwater entering an OSD should be clean and not contain gross pollutants and sediments. Enviro offers an integrated solution within the PT series, including pre-treatment and flow control in one device. During a rainfall event, only clean water enters the intermediate chamber with discharge flow restricted by the orifice. The OSD is charged via the balance pipe, performing the task of modulating the post-development flow as required. The OSD should have reached the treated water level as the rainfall event enters the receding limb. The weir overtops with bypass and flows until the orifice outflow exceeds inflow and the process reverses. The OSD water level discharges via the balance pipe through the orifice. The PT ensures the OSD does not become a major maintenance cost, potentially leading to complete collapse. These photos are from OSDs that did not include pre-treatment. The result was either total weir bypass or flooding. Enviro is committed to providing compliant solutions at the lowest cost. When compared to torpedo-style oil-water separators, Enviro's OE series is 45% lower cost to install, 87% lower cost to maintain, and 77% lower cost to own by year 25. Current environmental protection advice is that fiberglass systems have a life limit of only 20 years. In 2017, commercialisation commenced. In 2018, Enviro gained accreditation to EN 858-1 as a Class 1 oil water separator from Australian Flow Management Group, University of South Australia. In 2019, due diligence was carried out by Brisbane City Council. In 2020, due diligence was also carried out by BP Australia. In 2021, Enviro was the winner of the Good Design Award for Social Impact in Global Water Sustainability. In 2021, due diligence was carried out by Melbourne Water. In 2022, after being featured on Australia by Design and shortlisted for the Sustainability Award, Enviro was honoured to be selected by the CSIRO panel as the recipient of the Deloitte Sustainability Award. In 2022, the results of independent field sampling by BP at Maruka, Queensland, indicated that when subjected to the treatment flow rate, the Enviro H45 performance was in accordance with the requirements and could not detect the presence of total petroleum hydrocarbons and other pollutants as summarised in this table. In both 2024 and 2025, Enviro was the winner of Simpac's Managing Water Resources Award. Enviro offers the safest, most sustainable and cost-effective stormwater management system on the Australian market. The use of recycled plastic fibre as a concrete reinforcement reduces carbon emissions by an estimated 100 tonnes per year. The processing of this fibre engaged over 500 hours of paid work for NDIS participants to date and counting. Enviro is committed to providing reliable, compliant and safe stormwater solutions. We are ready to assist your organisation to invest in a sustainable future. To find out more, go to enviroaustralis.com.au. Our Australia by Design feature and CSIRO Panel Sustainability Award will now automatically play. Thank you.
Welcome back to Australia by Design. Time for one more innovation before revealing our judges' top picks from this episode.
This is a device, a rather large device that sits in stormwater drainage systems and just takes out all the contaminants. We're talking plastics, we're talking sludge, we're talking oil contaminants from our stormwater and preventing that stuff from going into our waterways.
To see a company like EPS come up with a tool that they can put out into industry to help solve this problem, I think is an amazing piece of Australian innovation.
Water is the most valuable asset on Earth. Nothing on the planet can survive without it. Yet most of us are happy to watch it go straight down the drain. Yet it's down the drain. One man has found a solution for preserving our environment and the most valuable asset we have.
I'm an engineer and I've been very concerned about sustainability. We have to preserve our water. There is something like 30 million tonnes of rubbish going into the oceans every year, so I then started working on a way to solve that problem. Through experimentation and testing in my own laboratory, that I actually came across a process of separating out, basically splitting out all of those materials that flow down stormwater, holding them so that we can keep that water clean, sustainable. It's great for the environment, but we can then harvest it.
Kids' beads are one thing, but I'm guessing out in the real world, these things can get really filthy.
You are absolutely right, Tim. You have no idea what humanity throws down the drain.
Haven't there been a number of these filtration systems on the market already?
They have. They've been attempted over the last 25, 30 years or more. People have tried to put nets in stormwater drains. They've tried to put filters in. All of them inevitably clog up, and therefore they become useless and a high-maintenance device. What we've developed here is a totally unique process. It's called hydraulic separation. That is the global innovation. This is the manufacturing plant where we manufacture concrete chambers in all shapes and sizes. Some of them, in fact, are so large you can park a car in it. We fit these out with special stainless steel internal processing components. They're then fully sealed. We do some testing as well, and they are then dispatched nationally for installation directly into stormwater systems. We're currently working on duplicating this process so we can take it overseas.
Oh, wow, that is really putrid.
It is. Look, it's quite typical. You've got no idea what we might find in there. We could find grease, oil, litter, materials, leftover packaging, polystyrene. So let's step back and let the guys get into it and find out what's in there.
So all this has been taken out of the water. What happens to the water after?
Okay, what's happened here is that this device here, using that hydraulic separation process, has removed all of the crap that was in there, the junk. So all of this material in that truck then goes away and gets treated, and that removes it from becoming a pollutant in the environment.
So to me, this is really disgusting, but I guess you love what you see here.
I do, because I know that we're removing that from being discharged in stormwater and polluting the environment.
Any new innovative product that Australia is developing is great for us. If we're basically taking care of our marine environments, we're not just taking care of all the plants and animals that are in there, we're also taking care of human beings as well. So if we're taking care of making sure that we have less oil and less synthetics and less plastics going into our waterways, that's a really good thing. We basically are eating around 1 credit card per week as a human being. So anything that actually works to get those plastics out before they make it into natural ecosystems is a really good thing.
I don't remember credit cards being in the food pyramid.
They're definitely not in the food pyramid. They're in the anti-pyramid.
There is enough water falls on the cities that we could have an alternate water supply for everybody, save building new dams, saving desal plants, and create a sustainable total system where everyone can share in it.
The EPS, the Environmental Protection System, is a scalable solution from homes to whole cities and tackling some of the world's biggest problems.
The environmental protection system has been in my top 10 from the very, very start. I'm so happy that it's actually in the top 10. I can see a product like this being used all over the world.
The Sustainability Award, sponsored by Deloitte Digital, will be presented to the one project that exemplifies sustainable practices. And now time to announce the winner.
We've made a choice and we're really excited about it. It's the environmental protection systems. Pun intended, it flowed to the top immediately. It was everyone's favourite in the space. There was a lot of rigorous discussion about it, but after looking at everything in entirety, it still remained the standout winner.